Hello student, how are you? Hope you're well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well. I'm Abjay, the assistant teacher of Sitakund Girl High School. Welcome to our online classes. I discussed about the sentence narration in the previous class. Now I discuss some common rules of passage narration. To change a passage from direct to indirect, we have to follow some common rules. First of all, we have to read whole the passage carefully and find out the speaker and listener. Secondly, we have to know the mode of the sentence of reported speech. For example, if the refuted speech of a direct speech is in the assertive sentence, we have to follow the rules of assertive sentence. If the refuted speech of a direct speech is in the interrogative sentence, we have to follow the rules of interrogative sentence. If the refuted speech of a direct speech is in the imperative sentence, we have to follow the rules of imperative sentence. If the rules of a direct speech is in the optative sentence, we have to follow the rules of optative sentence. If the refuted speech of a direct speech is in the exclamatory sentence, we have to follow the rules of exclamatory sentence. Number 3, if the reporting verb is in the middle or at the end of the speech, it must be brought at the beginning of the sentence. For example, you are good. Rohim said to me. Here, you are good reported speech, Rohim said to me reporting verb. And Rohim said to me is in the end of the speech. If I change the speech from direct to indirect, reporting verb Rohim said to me must be brought at the beginning of the sentence. Rohim told me that I was good. Number 4, if there is more than one speech of a speaker in the direct speech, if the speaker more than one speech of a speech, we have to follow some rules. In this case, added, also added, again added, further added, is used in case of assertive sentence. Asked, also asked, again asked, or further asked. Asked or also asked or again asked or further asked is used in case of interrogative sentence. and ordered and request is used in case of imperative sentence. And wished and prayed is used in case of optative sentence. And exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with wonder is used in case of exclamatory sentence. For example, Rohim said to me, "You are good. You did the work wonderfully. You got the prize. Everyone is happy with you." Here we can see that the speaker Rohim has more than one speech to say. You are good, you did the work wonderfully, you got the prize, everyone is happy with you. If I change the speech as from direct to indirect, the indirect is Rohim told me that I was good. He added that I had done the work wonderfully. He also added that I had got the prize. He further added that everyone was happy with me. Here the indirect or the direct speech. Rohim told me that I was good. He added that I had done the work wonderfully. He also added that I had got the prize. He further added that everyone was happy with me. So I tell you, if a speaker has more than one speech to say, In one speech, we have to use added, also added, again added, further added. In case of assertive sentence, asked, also asked, further asked. In case of interrogative sentence, wished and wished and prayed is used in the optative sentence. Now, number 5, if there is yes in the refuted speech, we have to use replied in the affirmative in the indirect speech. If there is no in the refuted speech, replied in the negative is allowed. For example, the teacher said to the student, do you learn your lesson? Yes. The student replied. The teacher said to the students, do you learn your lesson? The answer is yes from the student. Here, if I say the speech is from direct to indirect, yes is replied in the affirmative. Here, the student replied in the affirmative. The teacher asked the student if he learned his lesson. And the answer is yes. So I can say the answer the student replied in the affirmative. If there is no in the speeches, I can write replied in the negative. Number 5. If there is thank you in the refuted speech, subject plus thanked plus object of refuting verb is allowed. So I teach you today some common rules of passage narration. I will discuss more about passage narration in the next class. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.